Just learning to see the meaning of each word. And especially the word I, as we have seen in the very beginning classes. That is the universal first name. Everybody begins with the word I while trying to introduce himself or herself. As an answer to the question, who are you? Everybody begins, I am. Usually, nobody is satisfied with that beginning only, I am. But you add something to it. The I am is taken for granted as some sort of confirmation to your existence. Even after you say, I am, everybody is waiting, you too wait. Then depending on the occasion as to who is asking, you add something to it. I am a father, a mother, a student, a traveler, a rich, poor, sick, healthy, young, old, Indian, Asian, European, different identities. Until the second half is added, nobody is satisfied. If you say, I am, that's not enough. You have to add something. And the second names are thousands different roles. Your first name is I. Now, what is the meaning of that word I? Aham padartha, ahamadi sakshi. Aham pada artha. The meaning of the word I is the witness of the word I. Not only of the I thought, but also all other thoughts. Ahamadi sakshi, witness of the I thought and all other thoughts, words, descriptions, and all perceptions. You are the witness. Silence, awareness. Once you are thus aware of who you are, every thought becomes a role. The different conditions, the body and the sense organs, also become the changing roles. In and through all these changing roles, you remain the changeless reality, Ahamadi Shakshi, witness, which is Aham Pada Artha, the meaning of the word I. The name becomes a pointer to the nameless. A word, a description, attempts to point out the wordless, the indescribable. Just be that silence, awareness. As even while putting on various masks, you don't forget your face, covering your body with 1,000 different dresses. You don't forget your body inside. So also, with thousands of thoughts, changing body and the roles, you never forget who you are, the original face. The ever-existent, primordial reality. Adi, the first without a second. Advaya, Advaita, the one without a second. Sarvavedanta Siddhante Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyam. I hope you are thinking over these ideas. See for yourself. Read, please. Verse number 299, please read. Yavat syat swasya sambandha ahankarena duratmana tavanna leshamatrapi muktivarta vilakshana. I hope you observe this, keeping yourself under the observation. Just like the example I gave you, a doctor keeping the patient under observation. A biologist keeping a cell under observation. A bird enthusiast tagging a bird and keeping under observation. That is why the life of contemplation, when there is nothing else to do, no other immediate engagement, so where you keep yourself away from everything for some time, just to observe. That is why nothing else becomes more important to you at that time in life. It is just like a person who is sick. Just think of it. A person who is sick. He is craving for life. He wants to be alive. If you have a death wish, you don't care for anything because you want to die. But if you are craving for life, you love life and you are craving for life, you are taking the whole care to see to it that you are alive, that you cannot see a movie, you can't meet friends, that you can't eat certain food, that you have to have a routine checkup, that you can't go for a walk, you have to lie all the time in the bed, the confines of the hospital. That doesn't affect you at all because you are now totally dedicated to keeping yourself alive. Are you sure that you really want to know about yourself? Has it really sunk into you that you are the problem? Pratibandha, we saw that, no? The first obstacle and the greatest obstacle in this understanding is you, the I thought, the ahankar. unconsciously it escapes into blaming everybody, everything. Food is not good, people are not nice, that man did that, she did that, he did that. Everything is a temptation. That is the child's play. If you are not here, this I thought is not existing, there is nobody to observe, interpret, complain or not complain, react or not react. So I am tired of what? Not the world. Usually the language is, I'm tired of the world. Be tired of yourself. Your mind interpreting, this I interpreting everything, the I blaming everybody, the I dragging everything onto itself. When people say something and they don't keep it up, you get so upset. He told me he'll come at 10 o'clock, comes at 4. He told me he'll do it today, he does it after 5 days. Justifiably, you are upset. But how much more upset you should be with yourself? Because so many times you have taken decisions, oath, promises to yourself. Never I will get angry. Never I will get upset. Always I will be kind. Always I will be sweet. And how long have you maintained it? Meditation must be very regular. I must write every day a few notes. I must take care of a tree or a garden. I must keep my room clean. Bathroom I must clean by myself. 100 million statements like that. How many of it you have kept for yourself, but you are never ever upset with yourself? Never ever angry with yourself, but always angry with others. Observation. It's like a patient who is in hospital. The patient wants to eat sweet, which he should not. Doctor says you should not eat sweet. Now he's angry with the doctor. Why? The doctor doesn't give me sweet. But if the doctor gives you sweet, you will be dead. Like the mother gets hair pulled, with the children are given bitter pills. Just think. This ahankar, this I thought, is so smart. Because, as I told you, one who is expected to enforce the discipline can unconsciously be most indisciplined. One who is given the responsibility of observing corruptions can be most corruptible individual. The I, while observing mistakes of everybody, forgets its own mistake. Are you getting that point? It's so very conscious, so understand, it's so subtle. That is why self-analysis is the last priority for every individual. Analysis of others is the top priority. That is why everybody has got absolute commentary on everybody. But that priority on self-analysis, what did I do? Did I say anything? Did I do? Your own mistake doesn't appear to be mistake for you, just like your dirt doesn't appear dirty to you. Your own dirt doesn't appear dirty to you. Think of it. see that clearly. So keeping under the observation, where from the noise comes, where from the reaction comes, ahankar, this I thought. The first obstacle in the knowledge of the Absolute. That is why the teaching is challenging the I and not pampering the I. It's a very, very hard nut to crack or a bitter pill to swallow. That there can be something wrong with myself. Understand? The person cannot accept it. Then why these reactions? Why these explosions inside? And as I told you, you are very, very particular that other person must keep up their words. But you never ever apply the same scale to yourself. If one day I decided I will not get angry, upset, then never get upset. It's a word to yourself. It's a promise to yourself. You think you break a promise with somebody, it is okay. It's not very okay, not okay. It's not very okay. But if you break your own promises, it's okay. Why? Nobody to explain to. But that is where you create deception. That is where your mind cheats you outright. Ahankara takes itself for a ride. Because itself behaves, please understand, it's so smart, just like Mullah, One day, Mullah got a diamond while walking on the street. He got a precious stone. And the law of the land is, in case you get something precious, you must go to the city center and announce it loudly 3 times. I got this, I got this, I got this. So by chance anybody has lost anything, please come and take it. That is the purpose, that is the idea. The mullah is an honorable gentleman. He must follow the rule. So he goes in the middle of the night. He goes to the city center. In the middle of the night, he goes to the city center and very quietly, 3 days he have to go. So first day he goes and says, I have found a diamond. Comes back. Second day he goes there. Second night also, city center. He is going to city center. And also announcing, I have found a diamond. Again he goes back. Third day he goes there and he says, I have found a diamond. So now he's happy. Just third night, one fellow was standing near the window, somehow happened to be awake, looked to the window and he saw somebody is doing something, standing there and talking to himself. He said, hey, oh, mullah, yeah. What happened? What are you talking? He says, I am not bound by law to express it again. I have done my job 3 times, I have spoken. You want to really break the law? The smart lawbreakers follow it to the letter. You cannot catch them. The smart lawbreakers, they will follow it to the law. You want to break the law? Follow it to the words. That is how the lawyers will interpret the law. To the word. Play with the word and get out. Just play with the word and get out. The I is so smart. I have done my job. 3 times I have done it. Are you getting that point, please? It doesn't understand that if somebody else does it, what shall you say? Did you announce 3 times? Yes. When did you do it? Suppose it's midnight. Huh? That's not the time. You should go in the middle of the day. But why did you not go in the middle of the day? I have announced, but did anybody hear? No, then you should have done loudly. Did you ask yourself why I did not do loudly? You understand? There are 2 different scripts. One day suddenly a person runs to Mullah and says, Mullah, somebody has killed a cat. What is the prashchit? Prashchit means atonement. What is the atonement? Somebody has killed a cat. What is the atonement? Mullah said, if he has killed a cat, he has to give a golden cat. He has to give a golden cat. Mullah, your son has killed the cat. Oh, that's a different matter. He should say sorry. That's enough. If it's Mullah's son, sorry is enough. If it's somebody else's son, golden cat. This is known as the smartness of the ahankara. Are you getting that point, please? But the moment this I starts using different scales for different people, himself falls a victim of that deception. Please appreciate. Because once you cheat yourself, you are no more sure of yourself. You shall be so fragile, so much indecisive, you will never know after some time black from the white. That is why appreciate. Please understand. Keep yourself under observation. When you stay in the hospital, you are not interested in anything else or anybody else. But you are interested in keeping yourself alive. Why that man is ICU? Why I am in this ordinary place? Hey, he has got a heart attack, he is in ICU. You have got a leg problem, just hang off the leg and shut down. Doctor visits them every day, 5 times, but he comes only one day to me. He has got a heavy problem, you have got no problem. It's so childish. Are you getting that point, please? They want doctor's attention, not the cure. Same thing in relation to mind also. When you have seen for yourself that I am sick, this I is really troubling me, driving me crazy. Now I must fix it. And you so much want to understand this truth for yourself. Sound, taste, touch, smell, sight, people, descriptions, words, lifestyle means nothing to me. Least worried. Can you have that dedication? Then you will understand the truth. That is what he says. This language is so beautiful. Yavat swasya sambandha ahankarana duratmana tavat leshamatrapi muktivartana vartade. Yavat, as long as you have your association with this deceptive ahankar, this I thought, even a little bit of your association with that, tavat, that long, you shall not be free. No, I 23 hours and 23 and a half hours I remember. Half an hour I don't remember. Good enough. You need one emotion to destroy the entire mind. Are you getting that point, please? Do you need a bucket full of poison? Or one drop poison is good enough to kill you? Are you getting that point? A little. You say, I am a very nice man, Swamiji. Only once in a while I get angry. Enough. I don't know why people are not happy with me. Naturally. Because they don't remember your good moments. They remember anger. How can they remember anger? If they are very objective, they should not remember my anger. They should remember my love. But they are worried. Anytime you can erupt like a volcano. I believe in you. But the trouble is, you may erupt. Are you getting that point, please? Why the people with moods are not relied upon? Because you don't know. Now he's smiling. Wait. People know it. It's just like a child. Oh, such a sweet child. Wait until he goes near McDonald's. What do the parents say? How do the parents say? Oh, you are such a sweet kid. Yeah. Very sweet kid. Wait until the devil goes to the shop. The mommy knows the weakness of the child. Mommy is also very cute. Wait until he goes to the ornament shop. Mommy goes crazy in gold shop. Baby gets crazy in the toy shop. Papa gets crazy in the shoe shop. Because he has got a fetish for shoes. So only best shoe. Are you getting that? So each one has it. So until that moment comes, everything is nice. That is why people remember you. If you are a person, even a single mood, that is why that understand that language you can underline if you like. Yavat swasya sambandha ahakarana duratmana tavat na lesha matrapi. Lesha means a bit. Muktivarta na vidyate. There na vilakshana muktivarta na lesha matra. You cannot be free. Cannot be free means what? You will have a sense of freedom, but sometimes bondage takes over. Apparently. Most of the time I am free, but sometimes I am bound. That's enough. And that sometimes you are bound, that can extend to any longer, any moment. Are you getting that point, please? Because the trouble is, the tragedy is, please see how it is very, for the ignorant man it is like that. Just think, the sun, so wonderful, where the darkness cannot exist. Imagine a little darkness overtaking the sun. How powerful it should be. You have got wisdom, love, affection, kindness, conscience. One mood takes over the whole thing. It can happen only under delusion, where you are totally forgetful. Are you getting that point? Only when you are totally forgetful. And people are forgetful. To get out of your forgetfulness, listen carefully. By chance, to get out of forgetfulness, you must be conscious. Do you know why? If somebody points out your forgetfulness, you explode further. That is the worst trip. The worst trip is by chance somebody says, hey, I think you are getting angry. Shut up, I know what am I doing. Oh, really, very much true. Thank you. And then you tell people, why nobody is talking to me? Of course nobody will talk to you. Why should they talk to you? Who wants to get a barrage of anger from you, or hatred from you, or jealous from you? Suppose I come to you and you are always smiling. Even if you don't call me, I want to be on you. I will impose myself on you. I want to be with you. Why? Because always laughing, always happy, always contented, always sweet. So, even if you don't want, you kick me out, I will go to you. But if you are angry, you cannot drag me, I will not go. Then people start wondering, why nobody is coming to me. True? Are you getting that point? You must see. If you are smiling, you are happy, you are accommodative, you are contented and self-critical. Understand? Most important. Self-critical. self-analytical. Long before somebody points out your mistake, you know your mistake. You will be a jewel. Nobody can touch you. Are you getting that point, please? You must be absolutely self-critical. That is why you don't need somebody else to point out a mistake. And when you know your mistake and somebody points it out, how do you say, hey, smart one you are, right? You know it. Ah, it's good, good. You are not angry. You know. Long before somebody else points it out, already you know. Please. Because ahankar, please understand, this one thought which can be most manipulative. Next verse, when he's coming after one or two verses, you will see description Shankara gives. You will be astounded. What type of description of this ahankar? With this, please understand, nobody deceives you like yourself deceiving you either. Others can put thoughts in your head. Listen carefully. Others can put even wrong thoughts in your head. But if you are right, you understand who you are, you shall know how to use those thoughts. And using of those thoughts is not using also. Not using the thought somebody given to you also is a usage. You will know how to use it, meaning not using it. That does not mean other people will not give a wrong suggestion. They will give you wrong suggestion. Why? From their standpoint, it is very right. It's like when you are growing up in a childhood. Mommy doesn't know anything better. Mommy says, baby, you should have the money at your disposal. Papa says you should have the job at your disposal. Society says you should have things at your disposal. And that will make you very, very happy. Don't say they gave me wrong thought. That's what they know. They don't think it is wrong. For them it is right. Now you look for yourself. That is why a society, a culture, which helps you to look at yourself and not rely on a God or rely on some bunch of words, some secular thoughts. But looking at yourself, which gives you an insight into yourself, that you are the happiness, you are the absolute. And it's not a positive suggestion, but a definite discovery. Helping somebody to recognize one's own self is so very important. Because childhood onwards, when we are growing up, we cannot escape picking up thoughts from other people. Please tell me what choices a child has, please. What choices a child has? What food you eat, do you have a choice? What dresses you wear, do you have a choice? What language you speak, do you have a choice? What things are provided to you, do you have a choice? Nothing. That is why helplessly grow up. What culture you should grow into, what faith you should have, what belief system you should have. Do you have a choice? Nothing. You just grow up. And this I also is very proud of that growth, very proud of that childhood. Because my childhood, my faith, my country, my mommy has told me this, my papa has told me this, my society, my culture has told me this. Later on, when you get into problem, you start questioning it. Some people never question either. Most people will succumb to it, like a flock of sheep. They just succumb to it. How many people, just today's world, please understand, in today's world, we are crossing the barriers. We are getting out of our village, getting out of cities, getting out of state, getting out of country, coming across so many different civilizations, so many different cultures. Naturally, therefore, the moment you are exposed to another culture, you immediately compare it with yours. You pit it against the other one. Hey, my mother says so, my culture says so, my upbringing says so, but here seems to be different upbringing. Which one is right? This or this? Hey, that seems to be more sensible. Immediately your faith is gone. Whereas in a very secluded society where everybody was separate, Each one in a forest, each one in a cave. Whatever they knew, that was the right. Nobody could break it up. But the moment you come out and expose yourself to something alien, you like it or not, your mind shall question. And that seems to be more logical. And today, we are in a freakish world, absolutely freakish. Everything is freaks out. Why? Movie, TV, camera, the internet, you have got the newspaper, books, information bombardment. If somebody tells you being vegetarian is not right, if somebody says, why not? Other people are vegetarian. Or being non-vegetarian is stupid. How can you say that? Eskimo fellow have to eat it. In a sense, I'm just throwing statements. Left side is the right side in the country, right side is the right side in the country. Which one is true? Then he said, it all depends on what laws. So you grew up. About yourself, the ideas you have picked up. Then somebody says, that is not right. That is where, understand, I has to be challenged. Must recognize itself. The trouble is, what you pick up as right, you think that is right. You don't give a chance to somebody or yourself. A Jewish story goes, there was a rabbi. In Jewish they have got a Sabbath. Sabbath means God's resting day. Nobody must work. In the original days they say, it was a celebration. Celebration, good food, good dance, music, everything you should do that. But slowly, each group of followers, they started putting up their own little extras. Like a priest comes up. Why Jewish? You can tell it in any way you like, any tradition, anywhere. So like, you go to Hindu priest also, you shall see. Many priests, each priest will try to give his stamp. So people end up doing God knows what. You should not do this. In our place, the banana must be left side, cucumber right side. In your place, coconut the tail person must face the east or west. There are only 5 mango leaves. No, it must be 7. Another will say, no, it's not like that. It must be a chombu, then a pot, but it must be completely covered with a thread. Others say, no thread. Thread is not good. It only the golden wire. Some nonsense. You should have only milk and the ghee and the curd and this. I said, no, you must have the cow dung and urine also into that. I said, yuck, that's not right. You shouldn't have that. Only dudh and dahi. Some nonsense. So each one gives a stamp. People are thoroughly confused. Thoroughly confused. Which one is right? Are you getting that? Every tradition it goes, everywhere it goes like that. So this person, there was they call it Balsam. His name is, he was supposed to be a great Jewish priest. The story is, one night he had a dream and the angel comes to him. Angel takes him to the other world. He takes first to the heaven and shows him there are 2 chairs. Then this great saint in Jewish tradition asks, who is going to sit down there? He says, one is meant for you, other is for your companion. Companion? And this is the address of your companion. Then he takes him to the hell, 2 seats. What is that? One seat for you, other is for your companion. So he comes back in the dream and then he goes to the first companion. When he goes to the first companion is now doing everything. It's Sabbath day and he has invited everybody, good food, good dance, music. Now this man is a very hardcore priest. He said, oh my God, how can this fellow do it? Like this, he wants to tell him that he should not be doing like this. Then he asked him, why are you doing this? He said, in those days, my mother, they were celebrating it like this. So every time we are looking forward to the Sabbath. Best food, succulent food, Whole society, everybody will be invited. We'll have a dance, music, all these things. And I am continuing. I don't want to hurt my mother's feeling. I can't tell him anything. And that is the man who is given the heavens. He is surprised. Breaking every rule. He goes to the other fellow. Who was addressed, who is the second one with him, whose seat is in the hell. So he goes there. And he sees, this man follows every rule to the letter. And very, very anxious about keeping up the rule. Keeping up the rule. And everybody is miserable. He woke up. He woke up. The people who are joyous, very happy, usually will be good. Very good, within the inverted comma. Those who follow the rules to the letter, rarely joyous. There is no happiness in their life. Why? They are so busy following the rule. Are you getting that point, please? They are so busy following the rule that the person is never happy. Because, oh, something wrong? Did it go wrong? Did it go wrong? Always busy following the rule. He doesn't understand. I'm the happiness itself. Understand. Ahankar can hide behind following the rules. How to follow the rules? Enforcing the rule for others, but not for himself. Ahankar. This is Ahankar. You understand that mighty ghost? Very happy enforcing the rule. Himself most miserable, but doesn't look at it. Very happy enforcing the rule. So by chance somebody breaks it, he is miserable. The enforcer becomes more miserable than the fellow who is breaking it. Isn't it right? Have you not seen when children go to play, who is more miserable? Children or mummy? The mummy is miserable. The child is happily hanging around. He doesn't understand what's going on. But the mummy is getting heart attack. Hey, not that you should allow the children to hang around like that. No, but there is no question of your being miserable. Understand? This I thought is so powerful. Ahankarana, you know what is language he used? Yavat syat swasya samandaha ahankarena duratmana. Duratmana na villain. The rogue. This ahankara is a rogue. This I thought is a rogue. A villain. Why? Because it only points out other people's mistake, totally blind to his own mistake. Understand? Not only totally blind to his own mistake, but also totally blind to his own absolute nature. Both ways. It is totally blind to his own absolute nature. That I am the happiness itself. Forgets. Please understand. That is why observe who is reacting. The creation is so beautiful. Lovely sunshine, blue sky, green valleys, mountains, rivers, oceans, absolute beauty, deserts, jungles. Existence, beautiful. Physical body is so nice. That is why youth is the time for understanding. Because when you are 75-year-old, already your front ache, back ache, knee joint pain, headache point, so everything, life is already miserable. If you say you are happiness, you can't believe it. That is why when you are young, you better understand it. So sure that when you say, body, that is how the body is to be, you can accept. But old age, if you wait, if you say you are happiness, what are you talking? I have a joint pain, you are talking I am happiness. That is why youth is the time to understand the truth. They always, do you understand? Because when you prepare from the very beginning of life. You don't prepare for a journey. When you are starting a journey, you should prepare at the beginning of the journey, not at the end of the journey. 70 years, why are you preparing? You should prepare for death, not for travel. When you are 70, 80, 90-year-old, should you prepare for a travel or prepare for burial? You should prepare for burial, underground, not above the ground. Above the ground, your time is up. It's all is simply dragging for some time more. You're getting that? That's what the body is. And happily you can drag yourself in old age. Why? You have happily dragged yourself in youth. I have done all that is to be done. Krutam krityam eva krityakrityam. Happy man, immortal, absolute. Body has grown old. I use the car on the wrong drive around the world. Enough. Now the car can go to junkyard. This body has been enough used. Let it be buried. Who cares? Cremated? Okay. Thrown into water? Fantastic. For the pigs? Let them do. Oh, for the vultures only? Oh, that also is fine. Let them eat. Body, no. One thing, please appreciate that ahankara, this I thought, is so smart. That is why observe who is reacting, who is angry, who is feeling happy, comfortable, both ways. Tavatna lesamatrapi muktivasa. As long as you do not catch it that long, there is no hope of immortality. Meaning, catch the eye. Catching the eye means what? Understand the meaning of the word I. You will ask, who should understand? Whoever is saying the I, he should understand. Whoever takes that to himself. What is the meaning of it? Your sense of being doesn't need a name. You don't need to say I to be. Think of that. That is why aham padartha ahamadi sakshi. Aham pada artha. The meaning of the word aham, I, is aham pada, aham adi sakshi. The witness of aham adi, I thought, and all other thoughts. Like yesterday I told you the example. When you say the word silence means something. That which is artha of the pada silence. The meaning of the word silence is something which accommodates the word silence and all other words. The sound silence and all other sounds. I hope it hits you, you understand. Okay, so once you see it clearly, what happens? Ahankara grahan muktaha swarupamupapadyate chandravad bimala purnaha Sadananda swayam pravah ahankara grahan muktaha swarupamupapadyate chandravad bimala purnaha sadananda swayam pravah. Beautiful. See the example. Ahankara grahan muktaha swarupam upapadyate chandravat. Like the Chandra, like the moon. The full moon, prakrushta prakasa Chandra. The full moon is so bright, resplendent, shining high up in the sky, you cannot miss it. But on the day of the lunar eclipse, Rahu grasta divakarendu sadrusha. Rahu grasta, by this shadow of a planet, falls on the moon. When it falls on the moon, what happens to the moon? Invisible. Everywhere darkness. Once the shadow disappears, The same moon is now, what he says? Sadananda Swayam Prabha, Sadananda. Now, Swayam Prabha, bright, self-luminous, bright disk of a moon. Why? The shadow has gone. Ahankar, this I, as though, cast a shadow on consciousness. Understand? And the person is therefore under the spell of darkness, ignorance. Please see, hey, do you feel it? The more you shout, silence, 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 you know how much you are disturbing the silence? Do you understand? Do you understand that point? How is this place? Quiet, 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 shut up. The more you say silent, 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 you are disturbing the, as though disturbing the silence. You are away from it. Who are you? I. You are losing sight of yourself. When you repeat the name, apparently the nameless is forgotten. But suppose you know it and you repeat it, it doesn't matter. That is the wise man. The wise man says I, but never loses sight of what it means. The ignorant man says I, always loses sight. Both use the same word. Ignorant as well as the wise. When the wise one sees the meaning of the word I, ignorant loses himself in that name and extends itself to the other identifications. When you are aware of yourself who you are the actor. Roles don't overwhelm you, roles don't veil you, roles don't cover you. When you do not know the meaning of the word I, that you are already veiled and covered, and then you drag other roles onto yourself. So sometimes the body, sometimes the mind, 100 problems, thousands different problems you have got. As the body you have a problem, as the mind you have a problem, as the sense organ you have a problem, because you are not aware of yourself, unhappy, miserable, under the darkness, under the spell of ignorance. Therefore, every role becomes a problem. Like a telephone operator. One day a fellow phoned up. Hello. Yes. Sir, can I have the number of this particular address? He said, which one you are phoning? He said, I am phoning to 345. No. You must ring up 346. 345 is not that service. Then he said, can I talk to you, ma'am? He said, yes. But when I rang up 346, was it you who took the phone? He said, yes. I am doing both the jobs today. Then why are you 346 he talks. When he inquires, he goes 345. When he phones at 345, go to 346. This is Ahankara's job. It will not do the job. Pass on. As the body is also trouble, mind also is a trouble, thought also is a trouble, this thought also is a trouble, this relationship is trouble, that relationship is trouble. Why? The fellow is troubled. He is not troubled, he is the trouble. Ahankara itself is the trouble. That is why these beautiful epithets, lovely names, Duratmana, Graha, Pishacha, Ahankara, Pishacha. So the names, see how beautiful names are given. You can remember to give it to your children. Lovely names. Pishacha, hey Pishacha, come here. Graha, you planet, bad planet. inauspicious planet, graha, pisacha, duratmana, you villain. Such beautiful names here. Vicharahina jivana, the person who thrives on non-inquiry. The moment you start inquiry, it runs. Ahankar, I thought. Why these beautiful names are given to it? Because it makes all the mischief. That is why, as long as you are under this spell of it, you think you love everybody. You don't love everybody. You suffocate everybody because you are so empty. Understand? The person who is empty, not happy with himself, when he says he loves somebody, do you know what does it mean? You shall kill that fellow with suffocation. Why? I love that somebody. You love that somebody? Really? You love that somebody, or that person gives you happiness? If you love that somebody wants to do something or go somewhere. Go. No. Why? If he goes somewhere or she goes somewhere, that is not my happiness. Therefore, no. So whom are you loving now? Yourself. So cut his freedom, cut her freedom. Why? So that I can be the exclusive enjoyer of that. Does the other person enjoy it? There was a Sufi saint. One day he was going into the town. When he was going into the town, people came to know about his arrival. Hundreds of them start coming in. Because he is a great saint, everybody starts coming in. Somebody holds his leg, somebody touches his leg, somebody pulls his leg, and everybody, is thronging. And he got so tired of it because so much of attention, so much of adulation, the fellow got so tired. Then immediately what he did, he went to the market place where the square where people are standing. He somehow avoided the somehow passed through the little thing, and then we reached a shop. In front of everybody, he purchases a bread and starts chewing it. That is the Ramjan, month of Ramjan, where the fasting, month of fasting. And he is a saint, and he started eating. Once he starts eating it, what happens? Everybody goes around, sir. Everybody starts running away. The fellow is a devil. But his 4 or 5 disciples who are always with him, they all, of course, happily hanging around with him. Then he smiled. He said, did you see that? The moment you do something which is away from their expectation, now everybody runs away. So they know what holiness is. What have they come to learn? So the price that you have to pay for veneration is confirming their expectations. Are you getting that? If you wish to be venerated, you must confirm the other person's expectations. You understand why difficult it is? How difficult it is? So when you want to be venerated, you must say whatever the other person says, you must pull it up. Because the other man who himself is not religious, he himself is not spiritual or enlightened, but he has a list, a checklist for enlightenment. The person is not enlightened, understand? The person is not enlightened. The person is not spiritual, but he has a checklist for checking up the wise people. So by chance somebody transgresses, deviates a little, now in his vision, no more the person is wise. Are you getting that point, please? That is why smart coot can conform to your expectation and cheat you outright. That is where you see in religious line. Lot of these smart goods, right? Dresses conforms. Language conforms. Chanting, singing, dancing, hugging conforms. So now, conform it. Then what you do? Don't worry about it. Dangerous. This is where the ahankar becomes the, please understand. Instead of himself being the source of the wisdom, it picks up the benchmarks. picks up the ideas. When you say you should have the Viveka, Vairagya, Samadhi, Satka, Sampati, Mumukshutvam, instead of himself looking at it and making a checklist of himself, am I having full dispassion? Am I discriminating enough? Do I have Sama, Dhamma, Uparama, Titiksha? Do I have the desire to be liberated? Instead of looking at himself, now he says, Swamiji, I don't think among the students people are very interested in liberation. How do you know? Did you get into their brain? And even if they are not, does it matter to you? Are you the teacher? No. Then why are you worried? The teacher will find out whether they are not. If they are prepared, he will give it. If they are not prepared, they will prepare and give it. But the outsider, are you getting that point? There where comes the distraction. Please appreciate. In objective knowledge, you can do that. In objective knowledge, somebody comes from physics, chemistry, mathematics, you don't have to ask him, do you drink? Do you smoke? If he does it matter to anybody? Nobody in the university asks for these personal informations. In subjective knowledge, personal informations are required. Why? Who has the habit? I has the habit. I want to know itself. Understand? When the ahankar is now interested in knowing itself, it must be very, very clear about his habits. I developed these habits. What a mistake. I must know myself. Whereas when you go to study physics, it has nothing to do with this because you are going to create a new habit. Physicist. Are you getting that point, please? Why in objective science, in the colleges, universities, you don't need all that? Because that I is going to pick up a new set of informations. All about himself, about something somewhere about himself, he is going to pick up a new set of information. So let him. And it has nothing to do with him. But when in the Vedanta, the Upanishad and self-knowledge, you are going to know about yourself, suddenly you discover you are the victim of so many habits, so many thoughts of various kinds. Understand? So many habits. That is why appreciate, look at yourself. And he says, so when by this little ahankar, the I thought, as though the consciousness is covered. And when ahankara grahat vimukta, when this I thought, you appreciate, disappears means, understand, I thought disappears means what? Free from this I thought means, no more you take that thought to be yourself. Understand? When you take that thought to be yourself, that long you are bound. When you no more take that thought to be yourself, you are consciousness. When you are with yourself, you know this is your name, that is not you. Understand? Take that equation. It is your name. I is your name. It is not you. You are not your name. Nama is not the nami. The name is not substance. The hibiscus, the name is not the flower. Mango, the name is not the fruit. Gold, the name is not the substance. I, the name, is not what it stands for. Very simple. So that is mukti. Are you getting that? Freedom does not mean I thought is forgotten, I is dismissed. No. Are you getting that point? Everything seen as it is. But you are now free. Just like that example I was giving the other day, no? You see the knot is visible. Are you getting that point, please? The knot is visible. This is a knot. Can you open? Yes. You have already opened it in your head. So it looks like a knot, but it's no more a knot. Why? You have opened it. You understand that? Once you open it, you don't have to, once it open in your head, even if it looks like a knot, it's no more a knot. Suppose you feel like, no, I want to remove it. Okay, remove it. What is the problem? Remove. You want to do it again? You do it. In a relationship, you are free, is no more knotted. In a relationship, you are free. A relationship with what? Or with whom? Body, mind, thoughts, all the sense organs, all the organs of action, everything in the world, including I thought. You are knotted with everybody. But there is freedom. Why? Because you see yourself. You don't have to dismiss the creation, dismiss the object, dismiss the body, dismiss the thought. Don't say, all my, anger, hatred, jealousy, completely gone. This fellow is lying. Don't believe in him. You cannot get rid of anything from your life. Do you know why? It's not yours. Possibilities are always there. Identification, no more. Are you getting that point, please? Don't say, wise man means anger gone, runs. That is why people become idiots. That is why they become deceptive. They try to pretend, oh, I am a free person, Who gets angry with other people's anger? Only pretentious people. Why? They pretend as though their whole emotions are completely gone. It's nonsense. You cannot get out of emotions. Emotions, possibility shall be there. But you are not using it. Other than only difference. That is why when you see somebody is exploding, poor thing, let him take his time. That's why Krishna so beautifully says in Bhagavad Gita, Apichet sudurachara. See the duratmana now? He says, Apichet sudurachara. Bhajate mam ananyavak. Sadhureva samantabhya samyak vyavasito hisa. Hey Arjuna, this fellow, Apichet sudurachara. Even if the fellow is achara, conduct. Durachara, bad conduct. Sudurachara, PhD in bad conduct. Hey Arjuna, suppose there is a fellow, PhD in bad conduct, Mam ananyabhag bhajate chet. If he thinks of me, one with himself, that is, he knows his nature, who is he, such a person, sadhureva samantabhya. You must know he is a sadhu, looks like a durachari, but he is a sadhu. Why? Samyak vyavasito isa. He is abiding in himself. In Jain Buddhism, there is a very interesting story. One student goes to ask the teacher, Sir, can I smoke while meditating? Two fellows went to permission for the teacher for smoking. Both fellows want to smoke. So one fellow says, so one person was given the permission to smoke, other fellow was denied the permission to smoke. He said, how come? So the teacher is really partial. You asked to smoke, you are given permission. I asked, I was not given permission. The other fellow, what did you ask? He said, I asked, can I smoke while meditating? I said, your questioning is wrong. So why? What did you ask? I said, while meditating, can I smoke? He said, yes. When you are in meditation, you can't do anything. But while smoking, I should meditate. That means if your smoking stops, meditation stops, right? While meditating, can I smoke? Oh, yeah, no problem. While meditating, can I dance? Why not? While meditating, can I bury my head? Oh, yes. While meditating, can I watch a movie? Yes. Can I get a little angry also? Yes. Well, always in meditation. Because your anger is not anger. You are consciously picking up a dress. But one who is feeling a relief because of the anger, therefore in meditation, feeling relief because of the smoking, because he can't take the tension of the pressure of the not smoking, that fellow, no, you should not meditate. You shouldn't smoke. Why? For you, it's an escape. Do you know where the ahankara comes in? Picks up this logic and smokes. Why are you smoking? Meditation in smoking. That is where you shall see pervert idiots. Those who pick up convenient statement. Are you getting that? Pick up the convenient statement to justify his weakness. And when somebody does it, who is the victim? Himself. Because your habit you cannot get out of course you end up dying. No problem. Your habit you cannot stop. Because people will know the difference between your real anger and pretended anger. They know how relaxed you are about your emotion, how relaxed about your loving, how relaxed you are about your hating, how relaxed about your anger, how relaxed about your relaxed state. How relaxed you are, how happy you are. So people know it. That is why even if you are angry, they will come to you. But when you are pretentiously nice, everybody runs away from you. Are you getting that? Wise man's anger is a blessing, but the ignorant man's blessing is a curse. If the fellow doesn't know anything, that's why nobody wants to be there. So please appreciate. So one who sees this, when this ahankar goes away means, when you see the meaning of it, the sun, the moon shines, Swayam Prabha, self-luminous, bright. That is how you are shining with yourself. Having told this, now gives a beautiful verse. Very cute. Read this. Oh, no. The second one, still another is there. Okay. Chala, read the next one. Yoba pure sohamiti pratitah. Buddhya prakrup. Okay. Buddhya prakrutta tamasati mudhaya. Tasyaiva nisheshataya vinase. Brahmatma bhava pratibandha sunya. Yoba puresho hamiti pratitah. Buddhya prakrutta tamasati mudhaya. Tasyaiva nisheshataya vinase. Brahmatma bhava pratibandha sunya. So sweet. Pure, in this body. In this body. This is your city, your life. In this city, town, universe of a physical body and mind, there is one, yaha, sohamiti pratitah, buddhya prakruptah, identifying with the mind, tamasa ati mudhaya, under the spell of tamas. What does he do? Sohamiti pratitah, takes itself, that is me, I am that. What is that? I am the body, I am the thought, I am rich, soham. Soham is the formula. I am the body, that I am. The person doesn't know himself. That is why if you repeat soham, 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 some people, I told you, some people repeat koham, koham, koham. Some people repeat soham, soham, soham. Now what is soham? I am that. What is that? The ignorant fellow now taking, I am the body, soham. I am riches, soham, that is me. I am PhD, soham. I am the managing director, soham. Iti pratiti. I am that, I am that, I am that. Who is doing in this pura? Ahankara, I thought. That is what you have to see. That is why sit down, close your eyes for hours together. Have you heard your mind? I hope by now you have heard. Have you heard your mind talking? Mind talking means what? Ahankara talking. Very clearly. Just one day, you take the assume role of yourself. I am the consciousness. Just even theoretically try it out, you shall see. Take two, like a children doing a drama. Create a drama inside yourself. I, absolute, one role. I, relative, another role. So I, the absolute, now decides, I am going to sit down for next 1 hour. The moment you decide that, for 1 hour you sit down, I, the absolute, I am the consciousness. Whether you know it or not, don't worry. I am the consciousness. You are not playing a drama inside you. I am the consciousness. I am the happiness. I am sitting down, allowing my body to sit down for next 1 hour. Start, you shall see the drama of the other fellow automatically begins. I don't want to sit down. Why must I sit down? Why can't I go and go to the market? Why can't I sleep? Why sit down? Lie down and meditate also. Are you getting that? Do you understand what I am talking? You will understand what I am talking if you do it. If you are information or nonsense, you will be an idiot. You are like a parrot repeating. Soham iti, soham, 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 soham. Then they cheat people. Come, I'll give you a mantra. Soham, soham, 10 rupees, right? You'll make a business out of it. Yeah, Ishvara, Ishvara, Ishvara. Take one role. Are you getting that point, please? Sit down with one determination. I am the absolute. Aham Brahmasmi. I am the absolute. 1 hour I am to be myself. Rest, everything shall be your projection. Ahankar will do it. The other fellow will come up. You don't worry. It's like put a bet and see what happens to the tiger. Just to, you want to find the tiger? Do you look for tiger or put a goat? Huh? You just put a goat. The tiger will come out automatically. He's hiding. He'll come out. Have you ever fishing? Have you done fishing? My childhood, I really enjoy fishing. In fact, my meditation, if it is so beautiful, naturally it happened just like that was happening because of fishing only. Because fishing is a huge thing. You put it down and wait. One place. You can't look here and there because anytime it will come and take it. So when the takes it, it comes. Complete meditation. Have you ever done it? In my village, I must tell something about my village. I love my village. We have a pond, big pond. Every house has 2-3 ponds. Our house has 2-3 ponds. So the big fish you want to catch. So first you do, take a small fish. Take a small fish and hook it with that hook. You know that hook is there. Put the fish not on his head, on the tail only, so that he is alive. The small fish will be alive. Then put it it will be touching the water. So it goes on swimming. And he wants to get away, naturally poor thing. Tries to get away. And so it will be swimming. When the moment it is swimming, then you just sit down there hiding. After 2-3 minutes, you shall see this big. That big boys, the hunters. In Odia they call it Shauda. Big ones. So this big one, will come. From a distance, he will look. You know the hero has come now. And it will not get away. It will go there, go like that. It will go like that. But he is looking. Then he goes, again comes back, then comes little nearer. He comes little nearer. You must see this. And then, when it comes almost 2 feet away, this little fish will stop swimming. Because he knows. He knows. Finished. He stops swimming. And this big fish will be standing there and his last tail will be like this much, only this much. This is how it will be doing. Only this much. Simply this much it will be doing. It was shaking. And then, how long can it stay steady? After 2-3 minutes, it will be little movement. Boom, it comes. The moment it moves, and it hooked. And we are there to pick it up. Bas. Now, can you do that hooking to the ahankar? Put one bet. What is that bet? Aham Brahmasmi. I am the absolute. That is your bet. Put that bet. Why? Ahankara will not take it. Because if you say Aham Brahmasmi, now the Ahankara will feel neglected, unwanted, useless, never used. Are you getting that point? Because now I am Brahman, all pervasive. I cannot take it. Therefore it will come back and throw every type of tantrum. So every tantrum it throws, you know, here is the hero. You smile. You go on smiling. Do you understand? Now suddenly don't be orthodox and say, oh, fishing example is a non-vegetarian example. I don't think in Upanishad classes you should have fishing example. That's not right. Oh. What can you talk to these idiots? When you are talking about oneness and absolute, he is talking about girls and boys. Oh boy, that's very bad. Very bad. Always talking about that. One fellow went to a psychologist. You want to listen? Oh, you don't want. Okay. One fellow went to a psychotherapist. Why? Because he's full of sex. His head is full of sex. That is the complaint. Everybody has a complaint that this fellow is always thinking of sex only. Sexually obsessed. Okay? Then he said, the doctor showed him one mountain. What is this? What is this mountain? What is this? Then he said, oh, they are like big breasts of a woman. You know, just think, big breasts of a woman. Then he shows him the picture of a, what is that? Banana trunk. What is this? Oh, this is the thigh and the leg of a woman. You know, that is like a banana plantation, upside down. Thigh and leg. So the picture, moon. What is this? Oh, it's beautiful face of a woman. Then this doctor says, you are really incorrigible. Everything appears to you as a woman. Then he said, I say, you must have a really dirty mind. Yeah, everything appears to you as a woman. Then this fellow tells him back, what about your showing me the wrong, bad pictures? You tell me that I am dirty because I see everywhere woman. But what about yourself showing me all the bad pictures? So funny, no? That is how it is. The fellow who has spinning in his head, but very tight in the face. Oh, that example. No. Shut up. Message is conveyed. Can you use that like a fishing? Put one bait for ahankar to come up. Whatever it says to do, take the other standpoint. You will see the ahankar. Are you getting that point? By nature, not by nature, by habit, you say, I must drink coffee, I must take coffee. Now you take the opposite standpoint. I am the absolute, I am the happiness. No coffee. And see what happens. Coffee. By habit, I must sleep. You decide, I am not going to sleep. I am eternally awake. I want to sleep. Who talks that? Your mother? Understand? Can you recognize that voice? Catch it. You will be mwah. And when you see that, then you have got a permanent joker at your disposal. You understand? A permanent entertainer at your disposal. Because whatever you say yes, he says no. So you have a permanent joker. Because he has that has no impact on you. This I thought has no impact on you. But it goes on speaking. Who do you enjoy? The mad people, don't you enjoy? The mad fellows. Have you not enjoyed mad people? What is the direction of their speech? Have you seen a madman? Paityanana? Oh, looking at everything and they're talking to someone. Why do you enjoy? We are directionless nonsense. Ahankar is like that. Total paityam. Knowing there is no happiness in the object, going for it. Are you getting that? You know you are the happiness. Now the ahankara is the mad one, because by habit it has been seeing happiness there. So he says, I want to go for happiness. Now you nuts. You know. How much can you take it seriously? Now choice is yours. You can, for fun, succumb to it if you feel like. But if you don't want it also, doesn't matter. Why? It makes no difference. Do you understand what I am telling? Cannot give you simpler example. Your life becomes absolute joy. That's what. Iti buddhya praguptya tamasati mudaya tasyaiva nishesataya vinase tasya ahankarasya nishesataya vinase. When that ahankara is totally destroyed, means counteracted. Remember that statement. When this ahankara is totally destroyed means counteracted. It has no more the capacity to affect. Why? Because I don't take myself to be that anymore. It is just like removing the fang from the snake. You don't kill the snake, but take the fangs out. Dagdhavijavate. Like a seed fried. Looks like a groundnut, but it will not germinate. Why? It is fried. Looks like a thought, but it has no impact, because it's fried in the fire of knowledge. Jnana agni sarva karmani bhasmasat kurute Arjuna. Hey Arjuna, Jnana agni, the fire of knowledge, sarva karmani bhasmasat kurute. It destroys all your karma, burns down everything, meaning counteracts everything. All your memories are fried in knowledge. That is what it is so beautiful. When we shall see sometimes, like Sita, the ahankar, interested in the gold, so no more has a place with Rama, the absolute. Ravana takes away. And when the Rama and Sita cries, the ahankar now crying, now Rama goes to rescue her and does rescue, killing the Ravana, puts her into fire. Why? In the fire of knowledge, ahankara must be little fired, tested out to be accepted by God again. That's a beautiful symbol. The I thought is the Sita. Ahankar. How from Sita, how is born? Huh? How is born? Not mommy and papa. Sita is born out of plowing. Janaka, when they are plowing the land, she comes out of from the earth. Meaning, ahankara is like that. Ahankara comes out from nowhere. And gets married to Rama. Absolute. But loses sight of Rama, being lost in the golden deer. So Ravana, Dasasira, 5 sense organs, 5 organs of action, snatches it. Lives in the material world of prosperity, Lanka, all golden, gold Lanka. But feels miserable. Because away from the Rama, absolute, can he be contented with these 10 sense organs, organs of action? So Rama says, okay, goes to release. Rakshasas are to be fought. How do you fight the Rakshasas? Monkeys, Vanarasena, monkey. Monkey stands for your mind. So the mind, you use the mind, the monkeys, all the thoughts. And kills him out. Takes him out. Sita. When he takes him Sita, he has to be tested in the fire of knowledge. Why? No more mischief. No more get attracted by gold. So it is not man, woman. It is not king and queen. It's a beautiful symbol. At the same time, it's a beautiful story. Which one you like? You choose. Don't be a too arrogant, stupid intellectual to say, oh, it's all a symbol. Nonsense. It's a symbol also. Or don't be such a historian. This had happened. Did you see it? Right. At the same time, yes, it happened. Why? There is a Ramanavami, this thing, that thing is going on. So it is there. How do you know it is not there? So let us not waste time on whether it is there, not there, this or that. Beautiful message. One who says it is there has not seen it. One who says not there has not seen it to say it is not there. So why wasting time? But the message is eternal, ever-present, myself. In me, Ravana, in me, Rama, in me, Sita, in me, Ayodhya. Ayodhya means where there is no yuddha, in the land of absolute peace. So everything is happening, the whole Ramayana is happening here. So when you see this for yourself, what happens to you? Brahmatma bhava pratibandha sunya. Always you are now abiding in yourself. Brahma atma bhava. Aham atma, aham brahmasmi. Brahmatma bhava. I am the absolute. Pratibandha sunya. No more any obstacle. Because the biggest obstacle is I. In fact, the only obstacle is I. Other obstacles appear obstacle because I drags it onto itself. Body's mortality is not a problem. I am immortal. But because of this I thought, when I forget my immortality, I drag the body onto myself. When I drag the body onto myself, the mortality of the body also I drag. So the body is not an obstacle, pratibandha, is an obstacle. I am the obstacle and therefore I make the body also an obstacle for me. When I am not there, pratibandha sunya, body is beautiful, mind is beautiful, sense organ beautiful, creation beautiful, everything beautiful. Pratibandha sunya. Okay? Having told this, now he says a beautiful verse. Read. Brahmananda nidhi Mahabalavata Ahankara ghorahina Samvishtyatmani Rakshate gunamaihi Chandai strivir mastakei Vijnanakhya mahasina Shrutimata Vichidya sirshatrayam Nirmulyahimimam Nidhim sukhakaram Dhiro nubhuktum kshama Brahmananda nidhi Mahabalavata Ahankara ghorahina Samvishtyatmani Rakshate gunamaihi Chandai strivi mastakei Vijnanakhya mahasina Shrutimata Vichidya sirshatrayam Nirmulyahimimam Nidhim sukhakaram Dhiro nubhuktum kshamaha. It's a beautiful example he gives to the student now. Very nice. Brahmananda Nidhi. Nidhi, treasure. This Brahmananda, the absolute bliss, happiness that you are, is the mightiest treasure, the most precious treasure of the life. Why? After happiness, what? After immortality, what? The best thing ever you can achieve in life is what? Happiness, immortality, freedom. That is why anything can be sacrificed. To keep yourself alive, don't you sacrifice everything? To be immortal, which one you should sacrifice? Anything to be, if anything need to be sacrificed, I sacrifice. Why? Because I want to be immortal. But the beauty is, when you want to be immortal, nothing needs to be sacrificed. The beauty is, when you want to see that for yourself, nothing needs to be sacrificed. Nothing. Why? Because everything as it is. Body is not making me mortal. Therefore, I don't have to sacrifice the body. That is where you saw, remember. Teja abhimana mansa pinde. Teja abhimana. Mamsa pinde. Abhimana teja. You can't give up the body, but you can give up the identification, abhimana, with the body. So what is to be given up to be immortal? Abhimana, ahankar, I thought. So this is you are the most precious jewel, Brahmanandanidhi. But you know what has happened? This jewel is guarded by Mahabalavata, ahankar, ghora, ahina. Ahi, snake. Ahankara ghora hai. This mighty snake of a ahankar. It completely surrounds it as though, surrounding it. Because I as though, just like the word has the object within it. The name has as though trapped the nameless. Ahankara as though has trapped the I, the meaning of the word I. So this snake, what does it do? Sambeshtya atmani rakshate gunamai chandai strivi mastake. Sambeshtya atmani rakshate. Having surrounded that huge jewel, protects it. Guarding with it 3 vicious heads. Chandai mastakai trivi. 3 vicious heads. Sattva, Raja, Tamogunaihi. This ahankara snake has got 3 heads. Sattoguna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. And in that, this is protected. Now, you want to get that jewel? You have to use a very mighty sword to kill it. Vijnanakhya mahasina Shrutimata Vichhidya Sirshatrayam. Shrutimata, by this person who should use a sword, Vijnanakhya Mahasina, Mahasi, a huge mighty sword you have to use. And what is that sword? Vijnanakhya, this mighty sword of a knowledge you must use. Knowledge of what? Shrutimata, the knowledge of the scriptures, where it talks about yourself. Where do you get this information? Tell except in Shruti, where else you get physics book, chemistry book, mathematics book, and so-called theology books? Most theologies, most religious groups, most of these other, sort of secular things also, they are to the strength of the mighty snake, which is covering the precious stone of the reality. Are you getting that? Because more and more identity is given. Instead of killing the ahankar, instead of killing the ahankar, meaning counteracting the ahankar, they strengthen the ahankar with more power. When you give a practice to the ahankar, what happens? Now I am meditating, meaning losing more sight of myself. I am meditating, I am chanting, singing, dancing, or collecting a car, more houses, more money, more things. What does it mean? You are losing sight of yourself more and more. Already lost sight. You can't lose more. But it gets further and further complicated. Understand? Please appreciate. Shruti mata. Whatever the Upanishads, when they describe. And just because Shruti says I should not take it, already we have seen. Shruti, Yukti, Anubhav. Just because scripture says shall I take it? No, Yukti. Logically it must be convincing. And it must take into account my experiences to reveal the truth. So with that type of logic, that type of approach, you are understanding yourself, you make this Vijnana, Kyamaha, Asi, the mighty sword of knowledge. With that, Vichidya Sirshatrayam, you cut these three heads. What are the heads? Sattva, Rajas, Tamo Guna. Three gunas. You cut it up. Already I have told you. Tama and Rajas, you have to counteract the Tamas by Rajas, Raja and Tama by Sattva, Sattva by Suddha Sattva, that is yourself, knowledge. So counteracting these three gunas, what you do? Nirmulya ahimimam nidhim sukakaram. So nirmulya imam ahim, by completely destroying, that is counteracting this snake, what you do? Dhiro nubhaktum kshamam. Dhiraha. Dhira. One who is. Dhira is a beautiful word in Sanskrit. Dhira, somebody comments Dhurandhara. Dhurandhara means dexterous. But Dhira means, Sankara'nanda comments nicely. Bhagavad Gita it comes. Dhira. Dhira means Dhim Buddhim Vishayebhya Rati Pratigranahati iti Dhira. Who is capable of withdrawing his mind from the sense objects effortlessly. Capable of withdrawing his mind from the sense object, meaning no more an object a temptation, no more a thing is a temptation, object is, thought is, but nothing is a temptation. Such a person is dhira. So such a person knows the truth because he is now one with himself. Sukham, sukhakaram, bhoktum kshama. He is fit for enjoying this knowledge of himself. So, ahankara, snake, is counteracted, his head's cut, meaning the guna is counteracted, poison counteracted, and now is one with the jewel, absolute knowledge that he is consciousness, and therefore eternally blissful, always happy with himself. Having told this, then we shall see that maybe later on when I come back. This is your last class now for the time being. That is for next 4 or 5 days. I'll be going today. So we shall see when I come back. Okay? We shall. Yeah. Now, please close your eyes. The most important thing is to observe, see it in yourself. Close your eyes and spend your time observing your mind. And therefore, be conscious of every action. You can't just sit down for whole day. You have to be active. But as much you are conscious when you are sitting down in your room, that much you are conscious when you get out of your bed, the place where you are sitting down, step out of your room, go wherever you want to go, with the same alertness, consciousness continues. As much you are conscious when you don't say anything, that much you are conscious when you speak something. And life is not to speak, but speaking whatever required, whenever required. You live your life well. Always aware of yourself, who you are.